He's got Leo in the water now. Lost chain since then. Fioravanti getting things started, attacking this ride at Punta Roca. He's a little bit behind, but now he's out front. The Italian squares up, drills it with that solid hammer in the pocket. Full wrapping cutback, back to the lip again with a beautiful arc. Starting to chatter that board. He's just getting a little hung up with that whitewater right on his feet on that inside rail, but not giving up. Who knows how solid a finish can look here. I have now the best of the event from J.Smith. Here's L.Fioravanti on his 7.33.
I thought he was fully pulling into that first section, Joe, but first maneuver was consequential. I mean, we're talking about a major turn all the way on the outside, and this guy still has the highest heat total of the event. Close to 16 points yesterday. A lot of flow, great power though, and really selected his maneuvers well for how the wave was running down the line on him. So took him a while to make it back up onto the open face right here, Joe. Stuck with it, and that's why we say that he is one of the most fit surfers on tour. But the size of the wave on the outside was huge, and I mean, look at that wave right there at the beginning. I mean, easily overhead right there, Joe. And I would have to say the meat of the score really came based off of that first turn. Pedal to the metal right there. One judge gave it an 8. I don't blame him at all because that was impressive stuff. But you just see the intensity that he's surfing with right now. A top 10 member, Joe. And as I told you yesterday, he is definitely an alpha in the lineup. And his repertoire on the rail has just been excellent.
Lights it up, and oh my goodness, J.Smith special is unloading around the corner, leans into a lean back down carve under the lip. He will dance inside the pit at Punta Roca. And now Jordy lays down that front side carve, driving into another clean hook. Smith sets up a nice re-entry off the top, easily gets out in front and kicks out as it races down the line without him.
And the second wave, after I was like, wow, Leo's gonna, start off with a huge score. He's gonna beautiful wave, blah blah blah. And I just all of a sudden, the next wave was revealed, and Jordy was just on the bomb. The pace of that wave was better. The wall just looked more approachable. I mean, everything about it just looked incredible. So, I mean, that was just a great way to start the heat, and it does seem like the number 2 wave of the set has the best line on it. It's a little slower, and it's got a better pace. Ryan, watch this. Check this out.
Here we are scoring. J.Smith is up again. He's slamming on the brakes.
What?
J.Smith gets blown out of the pit.
Come on.
Lays down a rail and just is in sync with the rhythm of Punta Roca.
That was incredible.
An absolute masterclass of maneuver choice. Absolutely pulling in ultra deep. He's acting like he's at home with that rhythm strider. How good was that?
Pulled tight, and I looked over and I was watching, in the middle of my rant, and I looked over and I just was baffled by how incredibly perfect that wave looked coming in. And if you're J.Smith looking at that wave, you're just salivating. I mean, you could just see him licking his chops before he dropped into that. Reactive too, that slap right into the bowl to stand in the tube. Just what? I mean, come on, we haven't seen waves like this all day, and now we're seeing the best of it from today, and Jordy's getting the best of it for himself. He's just cleaning the plate right now. Just I love it. I'm frothing. I'm sorry, but I am super psyched. And that was incredible surfing right there.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing. Thank you, Waz. Thank you, Jordy. Thank you, Punta Roca. Just this master class of style and flow from J.Smith. It almost feels like he's in charge of the tempo when he's in this kind of rhythm. He's not chasing things. He's not coming from behind. He's almost willing this wave to barrel when he needs it. Experiment, development side of it. Growing up as Graham Smith's son, it makes sense that he loves surfboard design, fin design. He could talk about it all day. Jordy's up again. Just the flow master, throwing that carve towards the beach. Leans into it just to change the flow and variety. And now right in the pocket with a snap. Hits it off harder coping. Throwing out that whole board out in front. Remember the board change that happened. That board's looking great as well.
Educated fans right here today, Joe, and another set wave to get that 7.35. I really enjoyed this wave just because of the amount of speed he carried the entire time, and really the variety right there. Beautiful carve to snap. Love that layback, Joe. Just a lot of intensity in it right there. Smaller size right here towards the inside, but really goes to work into the lip line. And you can just see he is so poised when he's going into each and every turn right here. That's a veteran of nearly 20 years on the World Championship Tour, but the 2 maneuvers all the way on the outside. Clutch. We're talking about a big boy out there too. Look at this carve to snap, as you were mentioning, Joe. Ray loved the way he engages the fins, and look at his back foot, always on the right part of the tail pad too. He readjusts right here, gains a high line, goes back down, and you can just see contemplating which maneuver to choose. He goes for the layback, and we have seen that for a number of years on the CT. And I would say without winning the Coldwater Classic over there in Steamer Lane, that relationship probably wouldn't have happened. And Kieran Horn, those entire guys over there at O'Neill, they've done an awesome job. Grant Tarlow, as we see Leo right here. It's a good wave, Joe.
Nice, clean, precision slice on the open face for Fioravanti. Belts it off the lip. Pulls into a nice running hollow part of the wave. Perfect composure on the roundhouse cut. He trails it again. Every turn's precise, and the finish is so clean. Leo is firing at all cylinders.
I enjoyed this wave a lot of speed. Good power display right there with the first carve. He selected a gem out there. Into the lip, more of a setup snap, and then finds a barrow, and he's not super deep, so they're going to take that into account. And then just fully on rail right there, can wrap all the way back. And if there's anything to let him down, I just feel like it's going to be the combination at the end. It was good, but when you look at the 8.5 and even the 7.33 that we have in this heat already, I'm just thinking to myself, is this enough for a lead change though? Barrel was cool, but we just need to see something fully deep and you completely disappear. And I don't know about that one, but surfing on rail was great. Once again, talking about a lead change right here when you already have an 8.5 in the heat. Couldn't have surfed this wave any better though, Joe. I mean, really surfing the wave for what it was worth. Every section good enough. Fully on rail right there with the roundhouse cutback. In the end though, was this enough to really get you something close to an 8-point ride? Even though the surfing was great, was it close to excellence? That's the real question.
A time update. For some people, they don't like wearing a watch because they're actually too actively looking at the time. They're almost like too much energy and too much distraction. Maybe that's the case for these two. Jordy will use priority to take Leo off this one, and he's just coasting.
Wow.
And then laying it all over. Vintage J.Smith. An absolute treat to see this type of flow and form from the man from South Africa. We've been enjoying this type of surfing for, gosh, well over the 18 years that he's been on the championship tour. But this is one of the favorite performances I've seen from him in a very long time. Jordy's starting to hustle towards the inside section. Keeping an eye on the clock. That'll be Jordy's last. Will it be a victory lap, or will Leo get another chance? Positives to take into Australia, and Jordy's going to be fired up to be in the quarterfinals to take on Italo Ferreira. Cole Hauschman up next with Alejo Muniz. We'll be right back.